Emerald City Comicon, the premier comic book and pop culture convention in the Northwest, taking place in downtown Seattle, Washington. Emerald City Comicon is organized by a company known as ReedPop. Also, according to EmeraldCityComicon.com, Emerald City Comicon soared to 88,000 people over 4 days and featured hundreds of comic book guests, celebrity guests, and more in 2016. So you can tell that this is not exactly a small event. Emerald City Comicon has been around since 2003, and it's its 15th year hosting this event at the Washington State Convention Center. Traditionally, Emerald City Comicon has ran from Friday till Sunday, but this year they have included Thursday into the lineup of days in which they are open. This year's Emerald City Comicon played host to a number of entertainment guests, including Jeremy Renner of the Avengers franchise, Robert Englund from the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, otherwise known as the man who gave your children nightmares for about 40 years, as well as Evangeline Lilly from Ant-Man, among many other celebrity guests. While attending Emerald City Comicon, I had spoken with Mr. Ken Dickinson, who was more than willing to answer my questions about the event. The following are my questions, interspliced with his answers. What first drew you to Comic-Con?
Oh, my son's an avid cosplayer, so, I'm his chauffeur. So I end up coming to all the Comic-Cons, and now I dress up as well, so.
Do you think the concept of being a nerd, cosplayer, gamer, or all-around geek has become more or less socially acceptable within our society?
Well, I don't see myself as a geek or a nerd, so yeah, I think it's very acceptable. However, if you ask my girlfriend, she'll say I'm a geek, so.
Do you think the organizers of this event did it as a social statement on behalf of nerd culture, or do you think they did it for solely monetary purposes?
Bit of both, I think. I mean, obviously they want to make money doing it, but I find this convention to be one of the better ones I go to. They embrace all the different genres and all the different kinds of groups of people.
How do you think the current political climate that we're in is going to affect geek culture in the future?
Yeah, that is a good question. I guess only time will tell.
I had also spoken with Mr. Troy Schultz, and he supplied me with this anecdote on his views about Comic-Con and geek culture as a whole.
I mean, the crazy thing about Comic-Con is that these are literally all the guys from, elementary school that were, people are calling them dweebs and, nerds, weirdos, that sort of thing. All the 80s teen movie cliches. And literally there's probably a couple thousand of them in this building. A lot of them cosplaying and just basically geeking out to an insane degree, and everyone's cool with it. And in this environment, I don't like using the phrase safe space, but yeah, it's almost like a safe space for geeks to be geeky and not get mocked by the people who know better.
And that was 2017's Emerald City Comicon, occurring every single year at March. Another big thank you to Mr. Ken Dickinson, Troy Schultz, and the Emerald City Comicon website for providing me with the information necessary for this video.